Hi, welcome along to the 4-Minute Clinic Live. I am Dr. Marianne Trent, and this is your daily prescription for better mental health. So I think it's a really powerful concept that we are not made to suffer. And it's something that I have to remind myself and something I have to remind my clients quite regularly. You know, even things like when people say, or when I say, oh, I've got a bit of a headache. And then someone says, well, how long have you had it? And you say, oh, it's maybe been a few hours now. It can often not occur to us that we don't have to endure that, so you might try and fix it by having a pint of water or something to begin with. But if that's not shifting, then there actually are simple analgesics, ibuprofen or paracetamol that you can take as prescribed, to take the edge off that so that you can get on with your day free from that pain. Now, of course, if that becomes a regular thing and you've regularly got headaches, then you need to get that checked out to make sure that it's not something that the doctor might need to know about. But in the interim, in the short-term period, we don't have to suffer. And yet often we feel like we just need to keep plodding on. Similarly, if you've got a cold, do you have to keep doing all of the things that you've got to do, or something more serious than a cold, of course? Or can you give yourself permission to take the load off, to have a bit of a lie down, to have a bit of a duvet day, to relax, and then hopefully get well more quickly? But there's often this kind of mentality that we have as humans that we need to keep marching on. We need to keep doing perhaps even what pains us. And that can be around in relationships as well. So if you feel like actually someone is not making your life better, they're making it more difficult, we might be able to just think about whether we ask ourselves what they are bringing to the table and whether we actually still want them in our lives, whether they are still serving us, or whether they are just upping our suffering level. You do get to choose, now that you're an adult, about who to have in your world, and you have much more control than you might even begin to believe yourself, especially if you've had a childhood or young adulthood that makes you feel more anxious or depressed in your adulthood. But it's often worth checking back in and just thinking, is this making me happy? Could I make changes? How could I lean in to me today and do what is going to work for me? Do what is going to ease my suffering, whilst knowing that you are important and you matter, and that actually you are the main player in your life. You are not just an extra. Everyone else, in fact, is an extra. And so you matter. And what it's useful to bear in mind is that if you are happier, if you are better, others around you will start to thrive more easily as well. So how could you free yourself up, to free yourself from suffering, to know that you don't deserve to suffer? If you find these clinics useful, please do like, follow, connect, comment to help me reach a wider audience. Been lovely chatting with you, and I'll look forward to chatting with you again very soon. Have a lovely rest of day, whatever you're up to. Take care.